Manchester United travelled to Wembley Stadium for Solskjaer's first big match and won 1-0. Let's have a look at how they lined up tactically. Tottenham started the game in a 4-4-2 diamond. Here you can very clearly see the diamond structure in midfield. Normally, United go with a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. However, the problem with using that formation in this game was that Tottenham would have a 4 vs 3 in midfield. So here, Tottenham have a 4 vs 3 in midfield, and you can see Eriksen is free. Therefore, United put Rashford on the right and Lingard as some sort of a false 9. The wingers would now press the central defenders and Lingard could cover wings. And here are a few examples of that. With Lingard taking out the passing lane to wings, United are again able to make it a 4 against 4 in midfield. When Tottenham's fullbacks went high up, United's wingers wouldn't follow. Instead, they would look to keep an advanced position and screen the passing lane. The advantage of doing this was that United's wingers would be in good positions, ready for the counter-attack, as Tottenham's fullbacks went high up and left space behind. So here, United is able to counter-attack as Martial already has an advanced position over Trippier. Both Tottenham's fullbacks are gone, so there is a lot of room for United's wingers to exploit, which eventually was also how United scored the opening goal and made it 1-0. This started with Rashford taking out the passing lane to the fullback. United then win the ball and Rashford already has an advanced position on Davis. He's then able to go on and score the opening goal to make it 1-0. As United usually drop back to the halfway line, this also opened up spaces behind Tottenham's defence. When United had the ball, they mainly looked to play a ball in behind the defence to exploit the space. And you can see with these examples how often they try to do this, with the front three always ready to make a run beyond the Tottenham back line. However, the fact that United's wingers didn't follow Tottenham's fullbacks also had a flaw. It meant that Tottenham's fullbacks were constantly free in high positions. And this flaw is highlighted in these following two examples where you can see Davis on the left with a lot of space and Trippier completely open on the right. To cover this, Matic would try to press the Tottenham fullback, but that would allow Ali to get free in the centre. When one of United's fullbacks would press one of Tottenham's fullbacks, one of Tottenham's forwards would make a run into the space they left. Here, Shaw is pressing Trippier, but Son makes a run into the corner. During Tottenham's build-up, one of United's midfielders would press the fullback once they received the ball. Trippier receives the ball here, and Pogba presses in. Tottenham could often find a free player, especially on the right, as Pogba struggled with defending two opponents. As seen here, Sissoko drags Pogba inside, which allows Trippier to get free. Pogba has a lot on his plate here, as he has to keep an eye on both Trippier and Son. When Tottenham had a free player during the build-up, Kane would drop in the centre. United chose to have a central defender follow him shortly, which worked quite well. During half-time, Pochettino made a tactical change. Instead of a 4-4-2 diamond, Tottenham now went with a 4-2-3-1. Here you can clearly see Tottenham's 4-2-3-1 shape. In response, United also went to something of a 4-2-3-1, with Pogba marking Eriksen. And here's United in a 4-2-3-1 shape. This meant that Pogba now had to deal with two players in his zone, Eriksen and Lamela, while United were in a system they hadn't played before, so they weren't sure what to do. In this example, Matic is too late to press Eriksen and Lamela gets free between the lines, which in turn results in a chance for Kane. Also, with Matic and Herrera following Lamela and Ali, and Pogba going into Eriksen, there was more space in the centre for Kane to drop into. Pogba goes to Eriksen, Herrera is on Ali, and Matic drops back into the defensive line, which creates this space in the centre. And with Herrera and Pogba pulled to the sides, it creates more space for Kane to drop into. This also allows Lamela to get free between the lines. The central defenders aren't able to step up due to Ali's positioning, which then results in a chance for Dele Alli. In addition, Eriksen was now in a position from where he could dictate the attacks, and United still had problems with dealing with Tottenham's fullbacks. And here's Eriksen with space in the midfield, free to start the attacks. And once again, space for Eriksen in midfield with Trippier free on the wing. When United put in Lukaku, Rashford could track back to Trippier, but this also allowed for even more space and freedom for Eriksen in the midfield. He's Lukaku in the striker position and Rashford to the left to track back Trippier. This makes it easier for Eriksen to get free, as Lukaku does less defensive work than Lingard, which eventually results in another chance for Ali. Tottenham had a lot of chances in the second half, but De Gea's outstanding performance helped secure the 3 points for United. He made over 12 saves during the match. This is also supported by the expected goals map of the match. According to the chances created, Tottenham should have scored twice. Well, if you made it to the end of the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, you can follow me on Patreon, Twitter and Instagram, with the links down in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.